My cartridge is too heavy for my counterweight. Take a look at how I fixed it. So just recently I purchased an Ortofon cartridge, and I noticed that my counterweight on the back of my Stanton wasn't heavy enough. It would never balance right. So I reached out to a couple of people and asked them if they had any opinions. I also searched online for a different counterweight. And counterweights, they, while not being overly expensive, it was still something that an expense that I really didn't want to deal with. So instead I thought, well, on the back of my counterweight there's like a cutout. Here, let me show you. So on the back of my counterweight there's a little cutout here. So I thought, well, what if I buy those little lead weights that you use to balance your car wheel? Because they're pretty tiny, and they've got even smaller ones, and they have adhesive on the back. So I searched Amazon and I found, you could get a whole grip of those little lead weights for nothing, $8 for like 20. And I figured, worst case scenario, I'd need maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3. So anyway, that's what I did. As you can see inside there, I don't know if you can see, I'll take a better picture of this, but I sort of cut them out and curve them so they fit right inside the counterweight, giving it a little bit more weight. So I started off with one, the first one down here, and it wasn't even close to being enough. I mean, I don't know how heavy cartridges normally are, but one of the little lead weights is 7 grams. So I decided, well, you know what, I'll put 2 more in there. And the adhesive just fit. I curved it right in there so it fits right in the back of my counterweight. So I've got a total of 21 extra grams inside that counterweight. And it seemed to do the job. I was able to get my Tonearm to balance, and then I was able to get it at the specification for that particular cartridge was 2 grams. So I got a cheap little scale, and I measured it out, and I got it to hit 2 grams perfectly. So yeah, that's what I did. So I'll go ahead and I'll show you that. So I threaded on my counterweight so that I can make my cartridge balance. Sorry, it's out of focus. There we go. It's balancing perfectly, and I got this little gauge here. Zero it out. I slide it. And right there, as you can see, I don't know if you can see it, but the actual stylus is protected. It's got a protective shield on it. I don't know if you can see that, but I didn't want to damage the needle, obviously. So I swing my cartridge over my weight, and then I just adjust it. I don't know if you can read that, but it says 0.39, so it's not even a single gram yet. Now it says 8.2. Now it says 197. Now that little shield that covers the, well, now it says 204. The little shield that's covering the stylus, it weighs 0.28 grams. So I want to make that say 2.28 grams. So as of now it says 2.58, 2.3. Oops. It actually needs to say 2.26. So just ever so slightly. 2.24. I keep going back and forth. There we go. It actually says 2.29. Now it says 2.28, so that's not too horrible. Sorry for the quality of that shot of me showing you how to use the counterbalance. I'm on one leg, so it was kind of difficult to hop around. But anyway, I hope you guys get the gist of it. So those 3 little lead weights, they made it so I was able to totally counterbalance my my Tonearm. So if anybody else has this problem, instead of buying a new counterweight, just buy some little, little sticky, lead weights. They're 7 grams. I don't anticipate that they would cause any damage, just because they're inside the back of the counterweight. They can't really go anywhere. They're stuck with some adhesive. So in the long run, I mean, instead of buying $20, $30, $40 counterweight, $8 fixed my issue. And really, I only used 3 of those little weights. I still got probably 17 left. So for me, I think that's a good buy. And hey, if if it works for you, then give it a shot. At first, I wasn't sure about my counterbalance weight and stuff. I didn't want to put too much pressure on the new stylus because those aren't cheap. And I also just wanted my records to sound good. I didn't want to damage anything. I didn't want to damage any of the grooves. I wanted to get the best playing experience that I could. And for an addition of $8, then hey, it works for me. So anyway, I hope this video helped you out. If you have any comments, please comment down below. Feel free to like the channel, subscribe. And yeah, thanks for watching. This is Captain Handlebar saying catch you on the B-sides. And yeah, rock on.